think my network was off, but I would like to go back a little bit so that um, we can do the breakdown very well. We'll do the breakdown once again. We'll do the breakdown. I don't know why my network is interrupting me. So this is the lead vocal we have. This is our lead vocal. So let's play without the vocals. Sorry, without the effect, we have the. We have this. Whenever you are mixing, try to make sure that you don't open up your volume in full, because your effect is also going to add a volume to your vocals, your mix. So to me, I did reduce it to negative 64. Yeah, negative 64. And I added a maximizer to boost my volume up and also to give it a very nice punch. So with the maximizer, I selected a rock lead because it's a lead vocal. I selected a rock lead. So let's hear with the maximizer. Very powerful. And I also added something called CLA, which is a compressor. With this one, it will compress your vocal to start very well and in a punchy form. Punch it. So I choose startup and I reduce it here. I reduce it to somewhere like 43.24. Yeah, very powerful. So with the compressor, we had something like this. Yeah. Good. And I added a noise gauge to cut off some unwanted part of the noise. So the noise gauge, whenever you are using, make sure you reduce it to somewhere like negative 37.9 so that it will not cut your vocals. Yeah. And I also, so with the noise gauge, we have something like this. And I added something we called a room works, which is a reverb. I added a reverb, a room works. I make the pre-delay 151 and I leave here to default and I reduce the mix, the main output, the mix here to somewhere 4 so that it will not carry my vocals up ahead of the project. So let's listen with the room works. So you can hear the room works, the reverb, a little bit at the background. You can hear it. With this vocal, I use 4 reverb. Yeah, I use 4 reverb. So here we have the NS1, which I selected the stereo one to remove the noise, to cut the noise. Whenever you are using NS1, try to either you tune it somewhere 30 or from 20 to 50. When it brings 60, it's error. When you know you are getting a lot of noise, what will help you is that you tune here to somewhere 30 and you come and add another NS1 or a denoiser to the channel and you tune it, you control it. Don't push here from here to 100, it's error. It will overshadow your vocals. And I added something we call the saturation knock. So with this saturation knock, it gives your vocals a little volume and also it brightens your vocal. and it let your vocal sound great. And indeed, I like the atmosphere. And I added something called auto tune. Yeah, auto tune. So the auto tune, I put it at the input was auto tenor because he sang in tenor, auto tenor, and the key was F and the scale was major. Those that do not know your scale, you can put it at chromatic, but for me, I know the scale is major. Then the retune speed, I put it at somewhere 10, and the flex, I put it at somewhere 4, so that it will not interrupt my vocal. For the natural vibrato, I put it at 1.5. The humanized was 20. And when you come here to the graphics, I did some timing and pitching automation, and I correct those ones. So you can see here that there is no red line here. No red line, which is giving me as a red flag, meaning the vocal are clean and good. Yeah. So now let's listen without the auto tune. Now with the auto tune. Very powerful. And I also added a reverb again. Please, sorry for the interruption. The people has been calling me my chef, I don't know. People has been calling me. Yes. So I added Roomworks again, which is another reverb here to the send channel to make the vocal sit very well, and also to give it a nice room atmosphere and a good presence. So I added here. Let's listen to it. Very nice. And what I did next was that I added a compressor to it. The compressor. Let me break this one down. Wherever you are adding a sound effect here, try to make it stereo. So this compressor is on a stereo. For example, let's say I want to make an FA effect, and I'll choose, let's say, compressor. Many of your own is left like this mono, and you leave it. It's very error. Try to remove it from mono and put it as stereo, and you click add and you add it very nicely. So to me, you can see I have my own here like this. Please give me a minute, okay? Let me check my. You are welcome. So now, what you are going to do is to what we are going to do for the compressor here right now. After you have added it as a stereo, then you come and change it from here. Let's say we have our compressor like this. You remove it from the default. You remove, most of the time it is at default. You remove it from default and you come and choose clear voice to make your vocal sound very clean. And here I didn't touch anything here. What I do is I just push this, I just give it a volume here. And there it was, I put it at -0.1.57, which I have my reverb as negative 17.3. Very powerful. Yes. So here too, I didn't touch anything here, just leave everything here. So let's hear without the compressor, and after we hear with the compressor. Good. Now with the compressor. Very powerful. So after I finished adding these effects, what I did was that I created something we called a group channel or a group track to group my vocal. So those that do not know how to do the group, you just come here like this, you add and you click group. Then you name the group, you name it. Sorry, you come like this, add group. Make sure you change from here is mono, you change from mono to stereo. Then you name your group, whether a lead vocal or what, you name it, or you just leave it like click add. Then you come and insert it here. You see I have group 1. What I'll do is to change it here where it says stereo out to group 1 like this. So let's play the vocal here. Let me remove everything I have on my group, but we are mixing from process to process. Oh, this is the group 2. We are working on the group 1. Good. It's off. Everything is off. So you can see when I play right now, you can see the group has been activated. So you can see that the blue light is showing us that there is a sound. But when I remove from group to the stereo, let's play and see. You see, you see that now nothing shows. So let's go back and put it at the group. Now the next thing I did is that I opened the group like this and I added something we call RVox, which is a compressor. This one RVox is a compressor coming from waves 16, which is from wave 16. Yeah, wave 16 RVox. And with this one I didn't choose stereo, I put mono because I want the mix to sound super good and a pro level. I don't want my vocals to be brass and making noise and like that. So with this one, I just selected the the Renance Vox Full preset, which is the preset. There are some vocals, some songs that I use the lead vocal. Sometimes I use good or easy, and other times I use the vocal presence, depending on how the vocal is, or depending on how it will sound. So let's listen to this one, the vocal without the RVox compression. So without the compressor, you see the vocal is scattered everywhere. It's like a woman without a husband. She is not under control. The moment a woman is being married, she is under control. So now, let's add the RVox and see. Wow. you see, the Alvox has compressed the vocal for us very nice. And now we can hear everything in the vocal, and indeed they are underlined, they are in line, in touch, very nice. So the next thing I did was that I added something called a doubler. This is the doubler. The work of this doubler is to make your vocal heavy or double your vocal for you. At first, whenever people record and they see that the vocal is light, what they do is that they duplicate the audio, the vocal, the lead vocal, and they leave it. But today we don't do it anymore because we want to get a professional vocal. Your lead should be one single vocal, which is you make it very powerful. So now, if your vocal is sounding very light or it's not heavy, the only thing that I can advise you to do the changes. Do the changes is to add a doubler to it. So with this doubler, I put it in stereo form, and I muted the left and right. Here I just muted it because I want to double only the lead vocal, the mid, not the left and right. I don't want any noise. So I muted the left and right, and I activate the lead. So let's hear the vocals with the doubler and see. Without the doubler. With the doubler. You see, the vocal has become heavy for us. Very powerful as for lead. And I added something we call the fab filter, which is Pro Q3. It's an EQ. You can just come here, you select lead vocal 2. Then you cut the lows, which is the bass side. So with this one, I reduce the lows, the bass side. I reduce it to somewhere 104.86 hertz. And here I make a dynamic, and here too a dynamic. So no matter how the person will sing, the vocal will never interrupt and it will never blast. This dynamic will control it. So let's play the vocals and see with it. Very powerful. Very powerful. So with this fab filter, you can still cut some areas here where it is showing this one, where you see the yellow, you see this one. You can still work on it, but I don't want to touch it. So now I added something we call pitch correction or pitch correct to correct the pitch, because there are some people, they are not good in singing. Whenever they are singing, their pitch is shaking like a convulsion, somebody who is having a convulsion. So you add pitch correction to correct your pitch. So with the pitch here, I put it to major because the key is F and the scale is major. So those of you that does not know the key of your song, you just put it at chromatic and you leave it. But if you know the key, you put it, you set it. If major, you put major. If minor, you put minor. Then you choose your key. My key is F. So you see, I have my key here, F. Very powerful. When you go to the auto tune, I have the key as F and also major, the same thing. And here, the shift, I make it 5 because this guy is super great and he's pitching. Yeah. So I added some small pitch to support the vocals for it to sound like something like a robotic or sound very nice. Yeah, like AI mode. And here I change it from general to male. But the person is a male singer. I change it to male. Yeah, so let's listen with the pitch correction and see. Obi This without the pitch correction. So you see, without the pitch correction, the vocal is just doing whatever it was. But when I add the pitch correction, it controls the pitch and it makes the vocal very smooth and very easy to listen without having what? Interruption or without damaging your ears. So that is the work of the pitch correction. And I added Roomworks again here. Added Roomworks, which is also a reverb. Little one. So I put the pre-delay to somewhere 500 and I reduced the mix to 4. And the low level to 90 and the high level to somewhere 60. So let's listen it. Without the reverb. With the reverb. Good. So after I add the reverb, I also added another reverb to the send here to make the mix sound unique and give it a very nice atmosphere, which is Roomworks LC. So I tune it to somewhere negative 10.2. So let's listen without the reverb and later we will listen with the reverb. With the reverb now. Good. So now our reverb is large and loud. So what we are going to do right now is to add something that we call a ping pong delay, which I added here like this. Wow. Wow. So now, for here I added something called a vocal rider, which I put it in mono form, vocal rider, to control the volume, so that a part of the song will not be louder and the other side will not be lower. So I use the vocal rider to control it, and I added another vocal rider here to also control it. So here you can see here I make it a full preset, and with the second one I did what? I did also make it somewhere here. I cut it somewhere here. So let's listen with the vocal rider. Wow. So you can see I also added something called rotary. Yeah, there is also some kind of reverb that help your vocals not to be sounding harsh in your ears. Noisy. It's very powerful. So I reduce the mix to 8, somewhere 8. So let's listen with the rotary or rotary. You see, the volume is sounding very professional, without a noise, without any harsh in your ears, because it's well compressed, well EQ, well automated, well pitched, and well reverbed. So what I did next is that the reverb, I added some compressor to the reverb so that it will control my reverb for me. So whenever the vocal comes and the reverb will reduce, whenever the vocal breaks and you see the reverb will be open, follow the what? The project or the vocal, so that our project will not become noisy. The same thing I did to the delay too. You can see I added compressor to it to control it. I added them there somewhere. Okay, you see it. Wow. 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 I like it like this. Wow. So this is how this gospel was being mixed. Yeah, this is how this gospel was being mixed. Thank you, and don't forget to follow and to subscribe, comments under this video. Remain blessed and stay. Your brother, your guy, your engineer, the greater lion to you. Thank you.